Analysis 2, lecture number 34 is Production of Paint. Table of contents. The table of contents of this lecture are production of paints, paste making, dispersion, dissolving, filter system. So in this lecture you will learn about the procedure of the production of paints. Which processes are involved in the manufacturing of paints? Production of paints. How paints are produced? What is the procedure of manufacturing of paints? Start with paste grinding process, where pigments are broken down into fine particles. So how the process of manufacturing of paints would take place? This process starts with the paste grinding process. In this process, the paste which is made for the manufacturing of paints goes towards the grinding process, where pigments are broken down into fine particles. In this process, the pigments which are present into the paints are converted into the fine particles. They are broken down into pieces and then they are converted into the fine particles. This is then introduced in a mixture where binder and solvents are added. When the pigments are converted into the particles which are very fine, they are then introduced into the mixture. In the mixture, the solvents and the binders are added into the mixture. It is then sent to another tank where further materials are added to make it a finished product. So, after the addition of binder and solvents into the mixture, they are then sent towards another tank. And in this tank, there are certain materials which are added into this tank. And in this tank, the paints are converted into the final products. Quality checking and testing follows after. Color intensity, matching, viscosity, gloss, etc. are being tested. So after our product is converted into the final process, or the product manufacturing is finished, it goes towards the testing procedure. In this testing procedure, the quality of the paints is checked, and there are certain tests which are performed to check the quality of paints. The color intensity, matching, viscosity, gloss are being tested. So it is tested that either the paint's quality is fine or not. Paint is then filtered to remove any unwanted particles before being packed. So, if there are certain impurities that are present in the paint, they are goes towards the filtering process. In this process, if there is any impurity which is present in the paint, it is removed. So, after the removal of unwanted particles in the paints, it goes towards the packing process. Paste making. How we can make the paste during the production of paints? It is an important part. Milling machines are preferred for this. So, making paste is an important part during the production of paints. So to make the paste, there are certain milling machines which are used for this purpose. High speed disperser, tank jacketed for cooling, a motor and a shaft with blades bent at 90 degrees centigrade. So to make a paste, there are some high speed dispersion machines are used. So high speed disperser HDS is used to make a paste. So it consists of a tank, and this tank is used or jacketed for the purpose of cooling. High speed disperser consists of a tank, a motor and a shaft with blades. First, the tank is jacketed for cooling. A shaft blades are used and they are bent at an angle of 90 degrees centigrade. So dispersion is near or at the surface of blades. So how dispersion takes place? Mostly in this process, the dispersion is take place on the near or at the surface of blades. So the process of dispersion takes place at the surface of blades. Operates at 9:15 to 1921.5 meter per minute. So this high speed disperser operates at 9:15 to 1921.5 meter per minute. Low maintenance, low labor, easy to operate. So there are certain advantages of this high dispersion tank. The low maintenance is required for this high dispersion tank. Low labor is required for this high speed disperser, and it is very easy to operate this high speed disperser. So there are certain advantages of using this high speed disperser. High power dissipation needs easily dispersible pigments. So high power is required for this purpose. High power dissipation needs easily dispersible pigments. So for high power dissipation, there is a need to use the dispersible pigments. So using this high power dissipation, the pigments are easily dispersed. The pigments which are present in the paints are easily dispersed using this high speed dispersion, because the main function of this high speed disperser is to disperse the pigments. Latex primers and plastisols etc. So this high speed dispersion is used in the latex paints, and there are some latex primers and plastisols are required for the production of paints. So latex paints are now made with water soluble base and are put on vinyl and acrylics. As a result, they clean up very easily with water and mild soap. So latex paints are now preferred to use. Continuous milling machines. So what are continuous milling machines and what is their role? The continuous milling machines are based upon shearing action, have high speed shaft with multiple discs, have high rates, easy to clean and large batch sizes. So Basically, these continuous milling machines are based upon the shearing action. These machines consist of a shaft, and this shaft is further consist of multiple discs. So these shafts are high in speed. These continuous milling machines have high rates. They are very easy to clean. We can clean easily these machines, and these machines consist of a large batch sizes, so their batches are large in size. Expensive to maintain, cannot grind through pigments, requires pre-mixed tanks. So there are certain disadvantages of these machines. It is very difficult to maintain these machines because they are very expensive. So it is very difficult to grind pigments by using these machines because these machines cannot grind those pigments. These machines required pre-mixed tanks. Ball mill. So what is ball mill and what is their role? In use from earlier times, has a steel cylinder and filled with 1/3 of its volume with steel bars, which are responsible for grinding action. Up to 40% volume should be of pigments, no solvent loss, low maintenance, easy handling. So what are ball machines and what is their roles? Ball mills are used in the earlier times. So these machines were used long time ago. What are the features are these machines? These machines contains a steel cylinder, and this steel cylinder was filled up with 1/3 of a volume with steel bars. So this ball mill consists of a steel cylinder, and this steel cylinder was filled with the steel bars. So 1/3 of the portion of this steel cylinder was consist of the steel bars, and these steel bars are responsible for the grinding action. So what is the function of these steel bars? These steel bars were used for the process of grinding. So grinding takes place in these steel bars. Up to 40% volume should be used of pigments. So in these steel bars, the 40% volume consists of pigments. There were no solvent loss in these ball mills. These ball mills required low maintenance. It is very easy to handle those ball mills. Takes long time. Discoloration from metal may occur, become difficult to clean. Primer occurs, polyesters, acrylics, lacquers. So there are certain disadvantages of these ball mills. These ball mills takes longer time. So long time is required to manufacture paints using these ball mills. So there is another disadvantage of this ball mill is that they may discolored. So discoloration of metals may occur in this ball mill. and it is also very difficult to clean these ball mills. So you can take the certain examples of these ball mills. There are certain materials which are being used in these ball mills: primers, alkyls, polyesters, acrylics and liquors. So when you compare the continuous milling machines with the ball mills, the continuous milling machines are easy to clean, while the ball mills are very difficult to clean. The ball mills required low maintenance, while the continuous milling machines requires extensive procedure to maintain. Dispersion dissolving. So how roller mills work, how dispersion takes place using the roller mills, how we can dissolve the certain ingredients using the roller mills. 1 to 5 rollers can be used with 3 roll mills being preferable. So how we can use the roller mills? We can choose 3 roll mills with 1 to 5 rollers. So it is preferable to use the 3 roll mills with 1 to 5 rollers. First roller is slowest, second rotates at moderate speed and third rotates fastest. So what are the characteristics of these rollers which are used in the roll mills? What are the functions of these rollers which are being used in the roll mills? So first roller which is used in the roll mills is the slowest. The second roller which is used in the roll mill rotates at the moderate speed, and the third roller which is used with the roller mill rotates fastest as compared to the first and second roller. Hooper is above first roller. So in this roller mills the hooper is placed above the first roller. So they are arranged in this way that hooper is placed above the first roller. Nip gap between first and second roller is small, which further shears the pigments. The other nip gap ensures dispersion. So the first and second rollers are being arranged in this way that the nip gap between the first and the second roller is very small. So the nip gap between the first and second roller is very small, which allows the shearing of the pigments. The other nip gaps between the other rollers ensure the dispersion. So the first two rollers are used for the shearing of pigments. The other rollers and the nip gap between the other rollers ensures the process of dispersion, provides finish, removes dust and other unwanted particles, continuous process of pigments, breaking and dispersion. So what are the characteristics of these roller mills? Why we use these roller mills? These roller mills have an ability that they provide the finished product. These roller mills remove the dust particles and the other unwanted particles which are present in our product. These roller mills allows the continuous process of pigments breaking, and the process of dispersion takes place continuously using these roller mills. Very slow process, unsuitable if volatile solvents are used. So what are the disadvantages of this roller mill? These roller mills has a very slow process. So this roller mill is unsuitable if we are using the volatile solvents. In this slide you can see a roller mill. So in this slide you can see a picture which presents a roller mill. This roller mill consists of 3 rolls. The first roll is the feed roll, the second roll is the center roll, and the third roll is the apron roll. So in the feed roll and between the feed roll and the center roll, the material is feed. As you can see in this slide, on the right hand side there are 3 rollers are shown, and as you can see that between the feed roll and in the center roll the material is feed. So an arrow shows a position in which our material is feed between the 2 rows. Then you can move towards the third roll, which is the apron roll. So there is a knife edge which is present on the apron roll, and here we can remove the material. So what are the procedure which take place after the making of paste? After paste making, its dispersion into binder comes. So when the paste is made, it goes toward the process of dispersion, and dispersion takes place in the binder. Needles are first choice because of the variety it can produce, highly viscous and rubbery compositions. So for the dispersion into binders, we mostly prefer to use the needles for the process of dispersion because needles can produce a wide variety. They are very good choice because they produce a highly viscous and rubbery compositions. So we mostly prefer needles to use for the process of dispersion. It can also be used for those systems which are difficult to wet. So the needles has an advantage that they can also be used for those systems which are very difficult to wet. So those systems where there is a difficulty to wet, the needles are used. Batch bias or continuous operation. So in these needles, the batch process or continuous process take place. After needles, there are certain pug mixtures which are used for this process. Pug mixtures are also used. Heavy duty machines provide high consistency. So these pug mixtures consist of a heavy duty machines. They provide a high consistency. So there is an advantage of the pug mixtures that they provide a material which has high consistency. Horizontal and vertical arrangements. So how these pug mixtures are arranged? These pug mixtures are arranged horizontally or vertically. So horizontal or vertical arrangements takes place in those pug mixtures. Horizontal provides high consistency while vertical is used for heavy paste and putties. So when you compare the horizontal arrangements versus the vertical arrangements, you can come to the point that the horizontal arrangement provides the material with high consistency, while the vertical arrangement which is used in this process provides the heavy paste. So if you wanna make the heavy paste, the vertical arrangements are preferred to use. So if you wanna make the high consistency materials, the horizontal arrangements is used. In this slide, the pug mixtures are shown. On the left hand side of this slide, the vertical pug mixture is shown. This pug mixture is used for heavy paste, and on the right hand side you can see the horizontal pug mixture, and this horizontal pug mixture is used to provide the high consistency. Filter system. So what is the role of filter system? Why it is used? Before filling, cleanliness must be ensured of the end products. So when we are filling the materials in the machines, it is necessary to maintain the cleanliness. So when we obtain the desired product or our end product, it would be free from impurities, sieves, mesh or gauges made from steel or metals. So the sieve, mesh or gauges are made from the metals or the steel. The purpose of sieves is to filter the material. So sieves are used to filter the material. Paints are poured onto a vibrating screen. It vibrates either horizontally or vertically, allowing paint to pass through sieves. So the paints are entered on a vibrating screen. So when the paints are entered on the vibrating screen, it vibrates either horizontally or it vibrates either vertically. So a process of vibration is done on the system, allowing paint to pass through sieves. So whenever products or the paints are vibrated in the system, they are vibrated horizontally or vertically. So when they are vibrated, they allow the paint to pass through the sieves. Back filters. After sieves, the back filters come. What are back filters? Metal filters with closable and or sealable covers. So back filters are the filters which are basically the metal filters and they are come in contact with the sealable covers. They are the sealable covers. So the bag filters are sealable, or they are close towards the sealable covers. Filter cartridge. Multiple cartridges are aligned on after other through which paint passes. Synthetic microfibers are used as filter material 5 to 100 micrometer. So there are certain filter cartridges which are used in the filter system. And what is the purpose of this filter cartridge? These filter cartridges are aligned. How they are aligned? They are aligned on after other through which paint passes. So they are aligned like that way through which the paint passes. So they are aligned in that way in which the paint passes through them easily. So in this process of filtering, the synthetic microfibers are used. The synthetic microfibers are used to filter the material because they are used as filter material. The range in size of this filter material is about 5 to 100 micrometer.